Welcome to the Get Fit Guys, quick and dirty tips to slim down and shape up. My name is Ben Greenfield, and I'm the Get Fit Guy. In today's episode, you're going to learn what's best for fat loss. Cardio before weights, or weights before cardio. Well, for many years, aerobic endurance exercise has been known to benefit your health and fitness because it can increase the density of important cardiovascular components like tiny blood-carrying capillaries, and your cell's powerhouse mitochondria assist with healthy cholesterol levels, increase blood vessel flexibility, and help with fat loss. But resistance training, aka weight training, has also been recognized as having a significant impact on cholesterol, your strength, your lean body mass, and just like endurance exercise, an increase in fat loss. So when you step into a gym with the goal of fat loss, it is clear that it can certainly help to do a combination of both endurance and resistance training, and this has been proven. But the question is, which should you do first? Strength before cardio, or cardio before strength? Okay, so let's delve into this whole strength before cardio or cardio before strength thing. A recent study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research looked into whether the order of resistance training and endurance exercise during a workout actually affects fat loss. The study was called The Effects of Combined Resistance Training and Endurance Exercise in College Female Subjects. Does order matter? And it looked into just that, investigating the effects of the order of exercise on strength, VO2 max, body weight, body fat percentage, and lean body mass over an 8-week exercise program. And I'll link to this study in the show notes if you care to check it out. It's at quickanddirtytips.com. So, during the study, the ladies were randomly assigned to perform weight training either before endurance training or after. Their training program consisted of 4 workouts per week for 8 weeks, with each of those workouts lasting about an hour. The endurance part consisted of 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise at about 70 to 80% intensity. And for the weight training part, they used a 3-way split routine, meaning one day they did chest and back, another day they did shoulders and arms, and another day they did lower body, with 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions for those 5 to 6 different exercises. The time that they spent between the endurance part and the weight training part was no more than about 5 minutes. So, what happened? Well, overall, they experienced significant improvements in VO2 max, strength, and lean body mass after the 8 weeks of combining endurance training with resistance training. But there was no effect at all based on exercise order. In addition, the only participants who saw changes in body fat percentage were those who made dietary changes and began to eat better. So in other words, if you're just getting started in exercise and your goal is fat loss, it ultimately doesn't matter whether you do strength first or cardio first. And no matter which you choose, you won't see fat loss results unless you change your diet too. So what about if you're an experienced exerciser and you're not one of these inactive college female subjects that they studied? Well, in that case, I'd recommend weight training first. And why would I recommend weight training first? Well, weight training requires a great amount of attention paid to proper biomechanics and form. So if you lift improperly because you're all tuckered out from that treadmill jaunt prior to your weight training, you'll have an increased risk of injury. Next, weight training actually counts as cardio. And I discussed this in the episode, Does Weight Training Count as Cardio? I'll link to it in the show notes over at quickanddirtytips.com. But in that episode, you find out that if weight training is of adequate intensity and you perform it in a slow, controlled manner that puts stress on your muscles, so your heart rate goes up and your muscles are burning, then you get a very similar cardiovascular response and cardiovascular benefit as you would compared to endurance training. And then after that weight training, if you have time, you could also do cardio. And as I describe in the episode Fat Loss, Cardio versus Weights, a combination of cardio and weights is ideal for fat loss because you get the calorie burning benefits of the cardio combined with the metabolic and lean muscle boosting benefits of weight training. Of course, one important consideration here is the option that we haven't yet discussed, mixing strength and cardio together throughout the entire workout. Now, if you can still maintain good form during your weight training exercises, This option would involve doing brief bursts of cardio in between each weight training set, making for a very effective, time-saving, and metabolism-boosting strategy. This is an extremely effective fat loss method, and I talk about this approach in my episode, What is the Best Workout for Fat Loss? Now, another option, the cardio after strength option, would just basically mean finishing your weight training with a few cardio intervals on the rowing machine, treadmill, bike, elliptical, jump rope, or in the pool. And then a third option would be to do your weight training by itself or mixed with cardio intervals on one day, and then an easy endurance cardio session on a second day, alternating back and forth between the weight training plus the intervals day and then the easy endurance day. And if you have more questions about any of these approaches, you can ask them over at facebook.com/getfitguy, and I'll try and point you in the right direction and take a look at your workout and let you know if it actually looks okay. But ultimately, the takeaway message is this. If you're just getting started, it doesn't matter if you do cardio before strength or strength before cardio. If you're a seasoned veteran of the gym, then try and do your strength first when you can, or combine cardio and strength together in one burst type of workout scenario. And then finally, if you want to do cardio and weights all by themselves, simply do weight training one day and then cardio the next day, and try when you do the weight training to at least mix just a few cardio intervals in. Okay, that's it. And until next time, I'm Ben Greenfield, the Get Fit Guy, asking you, what are you waiting for? Go get fit.